Hi, my name's Amanda and welcome to my channel. I am a type 1 diabetic and not a licensed doctor or a certified nurse. If you have any questions about your own diabetes care, please contact your physician. And I'm here today to talk to you about the Freestyle Libre. This has just recently been approved in the US for use in patients over the age of 18, and I've been using the Freestyle Libre sensors for about 2 to 3 months now. I'm going to be doing a sensor change. My current sensor is only 8 days old, but it's starting to come up and cause some irritation. So I'm going to change it so my skin can heal a little bit in that area and switch over to this arm right here. It is only approved for use on the backs of the arms, but I'm a side sleeper and I've decided that the backs of the arms aren't good for me. So this is my first time using it on the front of my arm, and even though I'm sleeping a lot better, I am realizing that I catch on a lot more things than I did on the back of my arm. So when I take my sensors off, I use a Unisolve wipe. The adhesive on these are super strong. I've read some places on the internet that it contains carcinogens, which CGMs like the Dexcom don't have. So I haven't really ever had any issues with the adhesive bothering my sensitive skin unless I rip it off without an adhesive remover. Just because it is so strong, it will take a layer of skin off with it. So you'll just take your Unisolve wipe, which is usually full of liquid, kind of oily. I've heard that baby oil works well, or even coconut or extra virgin olive oil also help. Mine usually come off just the sensor part while the adhesive stays there. Let that soak a bit. You can see I definitely had some irritation going on. The actual sensor head, here's the bottom of it. You might be able to see that little filament. That's what goes into the skin. I think it's only about 6 millimeters in length. The cannulas for my insulin pump are 6 to 9 millimeters in length also, so it's not too super deep under the skin. It's pretty comfortable if you can get the placement right. And that seems to be the key. And that just comes right off. And then I take an alcohol pad, get that nice and clean, and then later I'll put some ointment on there to help that heal. But I think so far this is maybe the worst one that I've had. It had a lot of bumps, and I carry around a toddler all day long, so he rips and pulls at it, and I'm looking for a holster since the company itself doesn't seem to make any accessories for it, which is a little irritating. There's lots of great people out there with 3D printers who are selling holsters on websites like eBay, so I'm waiting for mine to ship from overseas. And when you open this box up, you'll have an instruction pamphlet with pictured instructions. It's pretty simple. You will have this inserter or applicator, sensor applicator. It has a serial number here in the bottom. And then you'll also have the sensor pack itself, which will also have a serial number on it. If you are someone who takes their supplies out of the boxes for storage, I do that myself with my one-touch files. Make sure that when you pick out a sensor pack and a sensor applicator, that the serial numbers match. So what you're going to do is open up your sensor pack. Also, the great thing that Abbott does, a lot like Dexcom, is if for any reason your sensor does not last the 10 days that's approved here in the United States, they will replace your sensor for free by shipping one out to you, but you will need the serial number, so I just keep the foil top from the sensor pack in my glucose monitor case so that I have that handy. Once you get the sensor pack open, it looks like that. The sensor's down in there. You're going to take your sensor applicator, and it's a screw on top, and you just break the seal. Take this piece, set that aside. I guess this is the sensor. I guess this is maybe a piece that activates it. You're going to align this notch here with this notch here, like so, and snap down. And then you bring it out, looks a little different. Okay. So now getting your site ready. They are nice enough to include 2 alcohol wipes inside of your pack, which is kind of nifty. I'm going to put mine over here. I have been trying to avoid my tattoos just to avoid scarring. Some people on the internet have said that the ink in tattoos can make it not read correctly. I haven't had any issues. I just want to protect my tattoos. So, I try to avoid them. Let that dry. This time, I had wanted to try using a protective barrier wipe. Last time I did it, my sensor ended up not sticking. So if you end up using a protective barrier wipe, let me know how that turned out for you, because it didn't work very well for me. I'm going to clean a little extra. I plan on putting a adhesive patch over mine. I bought my patches off of Amazon through Simple Patch. They make Dexcom patches as well, and their Dexcom patches were rated really, really high. So I figured their Libre Sensor patches have to be awesome. Also, of course, there was no reviews because it's such a new product. No one's actually used it. I was actually only the second person at my Walmart pharmacy to have it filled out, and the only one who is continuing to have it filled out. So we're hoping that soon they will gain popularity and that pharmacists will start educating themselves more about it, because they couldn't tell me nothing. Alright, once this has dried, insertion's really easy and painless. I used the Dexcom for about 3 months, and having to change that every 7 days, I couldn't ever get it to last more than 7, was really painful. So with this, I flex my arm out to kind of stretch my skin. You put it on your arm and you're just going to press. And there is a really loud click, but other than that, it's virtually painless. It's spring loaded. Press down just a little bit. Make sure the adhesive is working. And you've got this extra piece that can be screwed right back onto that. I have noticed one time that I inserted, I did have a little bit of blood, and it comes out of this hole here in the middle, which was kind of strange. I've been told that that's where the NFC rays go for it to read. I've been told that that's for air to be let through so that your skin can breathe. I'm not exactly sure, but there you have it. Then you will take your Libre reader. I don't use mine. I only use mine to activate it. I'll have more about what I use to read my Libre sensor on a different video. You will scan your reader with the sensor, and here in the US, warm-up time is 12 hours. I only have to wait 1 with my method. In other countries, it's, I think, maybe 2. So that's your sight change for a Libre sensor. Thank you for watching my video. I will include some informational links below, and please subscribe to watch more videos in the future.